Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I'll fight. Damn right. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to the Professional Stepdad Show. I am your host, Franco Zavala. This is episode 82. Thank you guys very much for joining me. If this is your first time here, welcome. If this is your 82nd time here, welcome back. Like I end every show, I want to start it again with, I am just happy and grateful for each and every one of you for tuning in, for listening, for sharing. I really greatly appreciate it. If you have not, please like, subscribe, share, comment. Comments are big on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. If you're on iTunes listening, I would greatly appreciate it for any stars that you can recommend. And a lot of people ask for 5 stars. I just want your honest opinion. Also, feedback. I love feedback. I want to make sure that I'm getting all the possible information out. So today's episode was going to be about the stepdad rules, and what was it again? Yeah, the stepdad rules and how they're going to be your downfall. That's what today's episode was going to be locked in about. I was ready to go, and then I started to pay a little bit more attention to some of the questions that are asked to me offline. And a reoccurring subject matter keeps coming up, and I wanted to address it today. And what that subject is, if you want to call it that, or that question that keeps kind of coming up in one way, shape, or another, is the bad days. Like, what do you do about the bad days? How do you manage the bad days? Because stepdads, as you already know, there are going to be more bad days than there are good days, especially in the beginning. If you're a rookie, if you're in year 0 to year 2 or 3, you're a rookie. You don't know shit. You think that you're going to try to come in and with a cape on and save the day, and that's just not how it works. If you're thinking about becoming a step parent, you fell in love with somebody and they have kids, I can because I went through it, but right now where you're currently at, the amount of pressure that you're getting from your friends, your family, your peers, their peers, could be overwhelming at times, because a lot of people are telling you to run. What are you doing? Are you kidding me? You don't need to do. I mean, there's so many different phrases that are thrown at us to try to knock us off course. But the bad days, there are times that I, even I, get to a point where my bad days, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to just kind of coast through this. I don't want to, I can't keep continuously putting in the time, energy, and effort if I'm not seeing any sort of a payoff or result. And this was really big for me in the beginning. And I wanted to just say, fuck it, and I'm done. And maybe not even done like I'm leaving, but done like I'm done trying. You know, when you try to, you're trying your hardest to connect one of the kids, you're trying your hardest to prove to others that you're worthy, or you're reliable, or you're dependable. And then you don't get the thank you, you don't get the appreciation, you don't get the admiration, and it fucking kills you. It kills you because you don't think that you're being valued. So the bad days, we've all gone through them. And when I was going through the bad days, and I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop trying. I wanted to stop doing the research and the reading and the studying and the self-work and the couples work. When I wanted to just be like, you know what? There are plenty of fucking stepdads out there that don't do anything that I'm doing. And they're look, they're in fine relationships. But then that would be ignorant of me, because I would assume that I know their journey and I don't. But unfortunately, that's what happens to a lot of us. But every time that I have a bad day, every time that I feel like stopping, every time that I feel like not trying or not giving it my all, I think to myself, why the fuck do I want to be like everybody else that came before me? I mean, one of the reasons that stepdads get such a bad rap in the first place is because of the stepdads that came before us. All the dirty, nasty, unforgiving, not connected, unfaithful, not trying, asshole, alcoholic, drug addicts that came before us, that were just thrusted into the spotlight of what it meant to be a stepdad. That's how we are labeled. That's how we are labeled today. And my objective is to change the narrative around that label. My objective is to change it and say, no, that's not how it is any fucking more. It's not what it's about. We are not like we are portrayed in films and television and TV and movies and music. And we are just not. We are not that person. We are also not our parents. We are not the guy that was in your relationship before. We are not him. We are us. So when you have the bad days and you feel like stopping and walking away, or you feel like quitting, and for me, like I said, it's I don't want to be mediocre. I don't want to be the average stepdad. I don't want to be just like everybody else. In order to change a narrative, in order to change the trajectory of the future of stepdads and the label that we get, we need more stepdads that just continue. Just keep going. Get up off your ass. Do the work. Do what's needed. Take the hits. Enjoy the moments of happiness and gratefulness and the gratitude that you get. And I'm telling you this, stepdads, because there are a lot of you that are going to be listening to this, or maybe it's being shared to you, and you're wanting to stop. You're not having to. You're just not. This is not the best time for you. And I'm begging you to don't give up. Don't quit. Don't walk away. Don't turn into somebody else. Because if you do, then they win. And when they win, the label stays. It is up to us to change the narrative. It is up to us to prove our worth, but not to them. We don't need to prove our worth to them. We don't need to prove our worth to our kids and to our partner and to their family members and our family members. Fucking none of that matters. The only thing that will ever matter along your journey is proving your worth to you, your self-worth. Are you worthy to be there? Are you capable to be there? Are you focused? Are you patient? Can you take the hits? Every one of you are going to be going through specific obstacles along your journey. And here's the bottom line. If you crumble and fall and buckle under the pressure, you're proving to not only everybody that you can't take it, but more important, you're teaching the people that are watching you that, to not even try. Meaning there are going to be other people that, maybe other stepdads, maybe other men that that are, maybe they're about to jump into the same situation that you're in. If you quit, walk away, and you have such a shitty attitude about it and you find all the negatives, look, the search for something wrong can always be found. I told you that. But if you have that, then you're going to pass it along to them, and then the ignorance continues down the timeline. I've always said that a stepdad's journey is much like starting a company. You've committed to the idea. You're not sure what anybody's going to think. You're not sure what the market's going to think. The market being like the people that are in your lives, your peers, your family members, even your immediate family, to the kids in the house and your partner. You're not sure what's going to happen. But if you listen to the last episode I did about big thinking, big picture stuff, when you can have that big picture and you have tangible goals that you can set every day, that you're writing down and you're shooting for every day, you will make those inches, you will take those steps forward inch by inch. And you will have to endure the bad days. They will outweigh the good days. But if you don't give the attention that the bad days are looking for, meaning if you don't just dwell on it and focus on the bad days and focus on what's not working, if you don't do that, if the bad days come and you're like, fuck it, I knew it was coming, it's here, but I'm prepared, I'm ready to go, I can take it, I can handle it, and it's going to be tough, and you're going to be moving and dodging and ducking and dodging bullets of you're this and that, and I couldn't believe this, and why did you do that? And if you can do that, when the good days happen, you will be so much more focused and locked in that you'll be aware of it. And when you're aware of the good day, it will almost wipe out any bad day that you have. I can't stress that anymore. It'll wipe out the bad days that have come before. So none of us are perfect. Stepdads, if you're listening to this and bio mom or girlfriend or whatever, is happy that you're beginning to at least take action to get better, tell them this. Let them know that in order for us to be great, you have to, they have to let us in. Too many women jump into new relationships that will involve a stepdad with a guarded heart, without understanding themselves first, without remembering how to trust. And when that happens, we're doomed from the beginning, because they will find a way to compare you to their last relationship. And when that happens, it's a lot harder. It's more work, because now you have to go through those. Now you're basically having to penetrate her ignorance bubble of like, you're not him. I'm not the past. I'm this guy. I'm stepping up. I'm moving forward with you. I want to do this. But the women have to learn they're going to guard their hearts, and rightfully so. But that's why it's so important when I talk about doing the self-work. The very next step after the self-work is the us. I call it the me, us, them. It's the us. It's the partnership. It's the team. It's this bond that you have to build with your partner, to understand that there is no line in the sand. There are no you do this and I do that and we can only do this and that. It's together. Fucking pay attention. It's together how you move forward. Together. And her overcoming her demons and you overcoming yours is a lot easier when you do it together. I promise. As long as you're open, communicating, and you trust one another, you can do it. And that's how you get through these bad days. So, like I began in the episode, there are way too many stepdads who are stuck on the what do you do about the bad days, and then they're not moving, and they're trying for me. I know what's happening. They want me to solve their fucking problem. They want me to solve their situation that they're in. They want me to give them the advice that's going to stop this thing that's happening in their life from happening. I can't do that. No personal coach, no fucking step parenting coach, whatever. Is there a fucking difference? No counselor. Nobody can stop that from happening. No one but you. You are in charge of that. You are in charge of your feelings. You are in charge of your reactions and your actions. You are in charge of how you handle situations. You are in charge of doing the self-work. You are in charge of learning to communicate properly. You are in charge of letting go of your past fucking stepdad. You are not your dad. You are not your uncle or whomever raised you. Maybe you're a strong, confident mom that was in the house that raised you. You're fucking not her either. You're you. And that's what makes you special. So the bad days are going to come. The question is, what are you going to fucking do about it? You going to cry? Or are you going to move? All right, guys. Episode 82. Thank you guys very much for stopping by, for listening. Again, if you have not, please like, subscribe, share to the show, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud. Okay, I got the show on Anchor now. I'm still trying to get how to do this. So the new episodes like this one won't be up yet because I still have to go back and upload all the old episodes. So, and Facebook. If you haven't, go on there, like the Facebook page. I'm building the Facebook page. But stepdads, you're hearing it from me. You got this. You're there for a reason. Now go win. Go prove them wrong. Till next time, guys.
Right. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.